Go. Welcome back to another NRAR Podcast. Today we're going to be asking the winners of Daytona and Las Vegas, and a stage winner. So, let's get started with X-Man, the 500 winner. X-Man. Alright, how do you feel about winning the 500?
I'm really angry about it. Man, I did not want to win that race. That was the last thing that I wanted.
Why did you not want to win that race?
Because I didn't want to win. I wanted someone else to win. Because I didn't deserve that win.
Okay, well, coming into a new team this season for Rico Motorsports, alright, you know what? Yeah, alright. What's your favorite ice cream cone flavor?
Chocolate chip.
Alright, let's move on to Kian, because this dude is not cooperative. Alright, Kian. Winning stages 1 and 2, sweeping Las Vegas. How do you feel that you couldn't get the win?
I had to eat, literally after winning stage 2. And, I basically swept stage 1 and 2, in stage 2 I had some pretty good competition, but stage 1 I swept. Basically I'm confident to say I had that win in the bag.
Yeah, we saw you had a 3-second lead at one point, probably more than that. You were pretty dominant that race, but you just had to go eat, unfortunately, and Dragon got it done there.
Yeah.
And how do you think you will be coming into Atlanta? You know, you think you're gonna win?
My favorite rapper is from Atlanta, so I have really high hopes on winning there. And to be I've always won a race in one of your leagues. I won a race in original KFC, BWCS, Southwest Racing, 1988 or whatever. I've won a race and all that, so I think it's time to win a race in NRAR.
Yeah, we've definitely seen we definitely seen a lot from you in past leagues and other leagues. So we'll see how you do during the season. And X-Man, we know you had a devastating finish that race. What happened at Las Vegas this weekend? As we saw, you qualified, I think, 5th, 6th. I don't know where you qualified, but you just fell to the back. What happened?
Early in the race, I had some contact with Pyro. I accidentally ran up the track and kind of put him into the wall. And if Pyro's listening to this, I'm real sorry for that. I kind of caused him to lose a bunch of track position. But that battle with the deck and Pyro really set me back. It was hard to keep on my pace whenever I wasn't running a very good line. And in stage 2, I kind of got up into Pyro again. Pyro and I, we were seeming to run a very similar line. It was just I couldn't really make it stick. I was trying to send it in on the bottom. I couldn't get it to stay. And then in stage 3, come to 3 to go, I'm pretty sure. I just got on Pyro's corner, and I don't know what happened from there, but I wrecked it. That set me up for a 6th place finishing position.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate run for you there. But I think you're 2nd in points right now after Las Vegas because you won the 500. But
yeah,
I don't know. We'll have to see here. But Kian got some good stage points from Las Vegas. I think he left during the 500. I forgot. I think he had to eat dinner.
No. I was there at the 500, but unfortunately wrecked out right before the white flag. But can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
So many people, this could be extremely different for other drivers to in this league to drive these cars. People have to learn turning while braking and the slow acceleration at higher speeds. And since I made the cars, I know how it works. And you know what? Right here in this podcast, I'll tell everyone how to drive them. Okay?
All right, let's hear it.
So when you're entering the corner, you could pretty much take it full speed. But by the middle, you want to, like, especially for Las Vegas, you need to, like, tap your brakes and maintain, like, 180 miles per hour. But, like, once you're exiting, this is what has the most impact. You don't want to be accelerating when you're on the backstretch. You want to accelerate and get all your speed on the exit of the corner. So try to shoot up the track, and when you're about to hit the outside wall, turn in, and you're going to have, like, a great exit. Like, that's what you should do every race. If you're a driver, if you're trying out, that should be a strategy you should think of. And yeah.
You heard it there from the creator of these this turning while braking. I've had some experience while turning while braking in Kian's league. He owns NSCA that also has turning while braking. So I have some experience. You just have to get the rotation on the car and stuff, like he said. You just got to send it in and tap the brakes. Get rotation on the car. Chad, is there anything you would like to ask the 500 winner and almost the winner of Las Vegas? We couldn't get the Vegas winner in here.
Why are you so good? And what is your how do you do it? How do you succeed? Chicken.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm good. I'm probably like average, to be honest. But like, you know me, like even when I race, even if it's something I take seriously like other leagues, I never practice, to be honest. It's just not a thing for me. But if like Las Vegas, like just something clicks with the setup, I'm pretty sure I'm able to pull away. And especially with these cars, I know like them in and out, like I know everything about them, and I just gave my tips basically. So now I hope everyone will drive them really good now or something.
Well, we saw towards the end of the race in stage 3 that the rookie Amsky came from the back into the front. He figured out the line, and he was contending for a win, but Maxwell kind of sold the bag, I'm going to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100% sure.
X-Man, well, we hope to see you do better in the season, X-Man, and get some maybe more wins on the schedule, place good in points, and for you too, Kian, and get your first win. Chad, is there anything else you want to ask X-Man or Kian or anyone?
Do you think there's any way that you could improve X-Man?
Probably, but I'm not 100% sure what that is. Probably learn how to be a little bit cleaner in traffic, but you know, I don't have the best track record whenever it comes to being clean.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about you for a minute. You want to say your speech? All right, yeah, go ahead.
No, I'll say the speech at the end.
All right. Well, let's talk about you, Chad. You have a D2 ride. All right. You have a D2 ride. You know, I think you just got signed like a week ago.
Yeah, 2.
I don't think you attended a race yet. Have you?
That first the Daytona race, I made like halfway.
Oh yeah, you made halfway. Do you think you can maybe like, you think you'll race and maybe like come back in points maybe after the last 2 races?
Probably, but I mean my racing is kind of bad. I'm not really that kind of person into ovals, but like there's other good drivers I do know, like Wizard, Spider. So there is gonna be some of my teammates and other drivers who are gonna be my ops.
All right. Well, you heard it there from Chad, a D1 commentator now. He's racist. All right. Well, we're pretty much gonna wrap things up here. So, drivers, is there anything else y'all want to say before we end the podcast?
My speech.
All right, go ahead.
Alright, I gotta pull my speech up here real quick. It's serious, alright?
Okay.
Alright, it's called Out of the Gutters. Hey guys, back at it again here with another one. Today I'm gonna be talking about how I made it out of the gutter of road racing and where I am now. Let's take a step back to the moment where I first started, NRL. NRL was probably the funnest Formula League I've ever been in. I won 2 consecutive championships in NRL with a Red Bull and an Alfa Romeo car. I started out with F1 and then went into stock car racing. My former rival, 0S_AR, said that I'm not that good at road racing back then, and I was average. Then they invited me to this big side league called South Points. Now keep in mind, both of these leagues are dead as hell. Anyways, back to the point. I made my first start in a KFC car. That shit was chaotic. I continued to push through and joined the truck series where I got 2 wins. I got a win at Bristol and Atlanta. I was very pleased with myself, but this was only the beginning. I then made to there and to other leagues like TSRA and RRL. I started to get to know people and push through and get some championships. One of my first stock car championships was in this league called AEG Fuels. I was not supposed to be in the playoffs, but still managed and swept the playoffs, and then won the championship. Then I started joining big leagues, and tried out for ASCA and stuff at the time went on. I got ASCA A license. Fortunately did not make it to the ASCA Chris Lilly Design Cup Series, but instead ASCA Backstretch Battles National Series. I was still pleased with my ride, and very happy, and that's how I got out of the gutters of road racing.
Well, you heard it there from a wise man.
I also have a essay I'll present. It's called Out of the Trenches.
Alright, let's hear it.
Out of the trenches of hosting a race. First of all, I wake up on Saturday, maybe pulling an all-nighter before getting some practice. You know the usual. I usually like to let everyone get some practice. Make sure everyone is ready for the D2 race. So, as y'all know, for walking tonight, I got access to the group and shit like that. So I went and changed the fit boxes. Just like can't ask. Next, I get like cold water bottles to drink for the race or something. You know, we all get thirsty here and there. So then I would start quali, accidentally starting it too early. So I had to wait for 30 minutes and resort to plan B and say the ping was for practice. Then I started quali. Everything went great. Then we got the race done. I was very pleased with the result, so I ranted on to Deck, Kian, and Maxwell about it. Then the next thing came, where I was ready for the main event at Coda. I was so ready for anything to come my way, as I knew the strategy, and I was looking forward for winning this thing. I continued to dominate with my team owner Deck at the Coda racetrack. We were so dominant that the ASCA driver, parentheses, Sly Job, had to come ruin our race along with Lucas Alvarez. I was very upset as Maxwell fucked me out of the ass for this race. Well, anyway, that's my NSCA life for the weekend. See y'all in the next one. Peace.
Wise words from both people. Both drive. No more essays, guys.
Yes.
All right.
Hey. Oh.
We're about ready to wrap things up for the NRAR podcast. I'm going to be posting highlights in the next video, so make sure you stick around for that. And as always, peace!